What if I told you that what you see in the mirror might be lying to you? You've lost weight, your labs have improved, you feel great, amazing, people are even giving you all kinds of compliments, and yet you still feel gross, uncomfortable, and that you are not enough. Now, this might not be a motivation problem or even a weight problem. It might be body dysmorphia. And if you're on a GLP-1 based medication like Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro, or Zepbound, this video is especially for you. Because losing weight doesn't automatically fix how we see ourselves. And today, we're going to unpack why. As well, we're going to talk about what body dysmorphia really is, how it leads to sabotage, and how to stop letting that distorted voice in your head run the show. Oh, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button, especially if you're here to get healthy and to stop shrinking yourself into impossible standards. So what exactly is body dysmorphia? Body dysmorphia is when your brain fixates on a flaw, real or imagined, and turns it into a giant, painful obsession. It's kind of like looking at a funhouse mirror and believing it's actually reality. That soft belly, suddenly that's all you see. A wrinkle, that becomes a crisis. The scale goes up by 1 pound, well, you spiral. The distortion isn't just in your body, it's in your brain's filter and how it perceives things. And this is more than just poor body image. This is a clinical pattern that hijacks how you think, feel, and act around your body every single day. Now, as an aside, do you feel like you're doing everything right, but the number on the scale just won't budge? This isn't a matter of willpower. This is about finding the right strategy for you. And so, if this is you, book a private 25-minute consultation with me today. We'll cut through the noise, uncover what's really holding you back, and build a science-backed plan to help move you forward. It's only $125 USD, and it might just be the clarity that you need. Hit the link down below because you don't need to figure this out all on your own. Now, let's talk about some numbers here. Diagnosable clinical body dysmorphic disorder affects about 2% of the population, but subclinical dysmorphia, well, that affects a huge amount of the population. It's way higher, especially for women that are in midlife and going through things like hormonal changes, weight gain, skin and aging changes, as well as past dieting trauma. In fact, one study found that 1 in 3 women over the age of 40 are chronically dissatisfied with their body, even while they're taking all the steps to improve their overall health. And of course, let's not ignore the elephant in the algorithm that is social media. Filters, comparison traps, ever-changing body trends, they are all potential triggers for body dysmorphia. Now, if you're kind of wondering whether you actually have some kind of body dysmorphia or not, subclinical or truly clinical, here are some of the ways that it might show up in your life. You change your outfit 10 different times before leaving the house. You avoid mirrors or obsessively check them over and over. You skip beach days, family photos, and intimacy with your partner because you don't like how you look. You micromanage food, weight, and all the angles and still feel like you're failing to reach your body and what it should look like. And the worst part out of all of this, you probably think it's normal. You think that you should feel this way because you're not done yet. But let me be crystal clear here. This isn't health, this is hell, and you deserve better. To give you a bit of an example, I had a patient who we will call Linda. Linda has been on Wegovy for 6 months. She's down 35 pounds, she's hiking on the weekends, she feels great, and she's even off one of her blood pressure medications. Objectively, she is doing frickin' amazing. But she sat in my office and said, I still feel huge and gross, I don't even recognize myself, and definitely not in a good way. And that is body dysmorphia in action. Her brain ultimately hadn't caught up with her progress, and her self-image is rooted in shame, diet trauma, and constantly feeling like she has not been enough all of her life. Now, the real kicker of all of this is that if you don't deal with and manage this part of your brain and how it's perceiving the way that you look in the mirror, how you feel about yourself, well, it's pretty much guaranteed it is going to start sabotaging your success. And that is going to be regardless of whatever medications you're taking. You see, the GLP-1 medications, they're helping us with the biology. They're quieting down the food noise, helping to regulate our appetite, helping us to achieve a calorie deficit on a consistent basis so we can lose weight. But the GLP-1 medications don't calm that inner critic down. Doesn't get it to shut up and get it to be quiet. So you lose weight, but you still feel like you're not enough. This then cues the shame spiral. And when we feel shame, upset, and down on ourselves, well, we don't reach for a plate of broccoli at that point. We end up emotionally eating. And then, because you emotionally ate, you feel even more guilty. And of course, the all or nothing thinking then gets activated, and we say screw it, throw up our hands, and throw out the rest of the week. Now, you engaging in this emotional eating pattern, it's not your fault. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you don't have enough willpower. It's because your brain is trying to survive the self-loathing loop that you are currently stuck in. And just like that, we're not losing weight, we're not feeling better, and we're officially stuck. Again, not because you're weak, but because we never learned how to challenge that internal bully. The GLP-1s, they are powerful medications at what they do, but they don't rewire those old beliefs. That is all on you. That is the work that you need to do. That is the mental health work that needs to happen, but that is where the real freedom begins. Now, one of the big reasons why all of this matters is because if your self-worth is tied to, say, a number on a scale or the size on a tag, you are never going to feel at peace. Because your worth is tied to a moving target, and as soon as you reach a target or a goal, you're just going to move that goalpost one more time. The rules will change, and you are always going to find another flaw. Now, I will say, this isn't about body positivity posters or trying to pretend to love everything about ourselves. This is about learning to trust and respect your body even when your brain is being mean to you. Now, as a quick aside, did you know that keeping your Wegovy or Zepbound pens at the right temperature while traveling isn't optional, it's essential? That's because these medications are temperature sensitive. If they get too hot or too cold, those medications no longer become effective and won't give you the results that you're looking for. And that is where the For All Family travel coolers come in. They have two coolers in particular that I'm a big fan of. First up is the Voyager model that can provide continuous refrigeration via USB power, or you can utilize a TSA-approved Biogel ice pack. Their slightly smaller, sleeker, sexier model is the Nomad model, which again uses a TSA-approved Biogel ice pack, and it can keep your meds cool for about 28 to 30 hours, which is perfect for those weekend getaways. And because you are one of my amazing viewers, you can use my code DANB10 and get 10% off your order at forallfamily.com. Again, that is DANB10 at forallfamily.com. The links and everything that you need are all down below in the description, so be sure to protect your medications and travel with peace of mind. So if we know we have this distortion going on, how do we deal with it? Well, the first thing is we need to name that distortion. We need to call it out for what it is. Start saying things like, nope, that's not true. That's not actually what I'm seeing in the mirror. I've made a lot of really great progress, and that little bit of cellulite or what have you, no, that's not actually the case that's going on, and I'm just having one of these body dysmorphic thought patterns. That tiny little pause, that tiny little call out, that creates a space between what your brain is perceiving and what you logically know is going on, and allows you to work through and to counteract and give evidence for why that thought, that dysmorphic thought, is not correct. The second thing we want to do is we want to start trying to catch that sabotage loop. We may not always recognize that body dysmorphic thoughts or that process, but we can start to kind of realize when we're moving down that pathway of like, oh, we're going to start calling it all and just put our hands up and say, screw it, that's it, we're going to throw the entire week away. And instead of beating ourselves up and saying, you know what, you blew it, this is it, you're always going to be a loser, and so on and so forth, you can back up and start looking at it and saying, no, we didn't blow it. Yeah, I had a cupcake or a little bit extra food there, but you know what, I can go home and I can nourish my body with a good, healthy meal. I'm still in this game, and my next choice can always be a healthier one. The third thing to try is practicing body neutrality. You don't have to love your thighs, but can you respect them? Can you respect that your legs or your body have carried you to this point in your life? Damn right you can. They have carried you all along in all of the things that you thought you never were going to make it through. Those legs, that body, it got you here today. So fucking rights, we can definitely respect it. So wear the damn shorts, take the damn photo, and go to the damn beach. Fourth, the next thing you might need to do is actually redefine what is the goal that you're striving for. Instead of trying to get to my pre-wedding weight, try, I want to move without having any pain, or I want to live without hiding. We ultimately want to strive and work on things that are within our control. something that doesn't have a goalpost that can be moved and shifted, something that doesn't allow for another flaw to come in or for the rules to change. We want something that's much more tangible and something that's actually going to be, beneficial for your overall health and your life going forward. And last, get the support you need. Talk to your doctor, your friends, your counselor, you name it. Find the people who can support you along this journey of unpacking decades of noise and beating yourself up and realizing that you don't need to do this all on your own. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever looked back at an old photo and thought, well, I looked great. I didn't even have a weight problem then. But yet, at that point in time, you beat yourself up, you berated yourself and thought you were gross and ugly. Again, that's dysmorphia. And talking about it, shining a light on those shame gremlins, is how we start to heal from it and how we can start taking our power back. Drop your comments and story down below. I want to hear from you, and let's start normalizing the process of healing and getting over these body dysmorphia thoughts and thought processes so that we can live our bestest and healthiest life. And if you're ready to finally rebuild your relationship with food, your body, and health, then you need to sign up for Dr. Dan's Empowerment Hub. This will be your go-to resource for science-backed information. As well, you get to interact with a community of people that are going through the exact same thing as you are. They are there to help and support you along the way and allow you to be fully who you are and to heal through the things that you're going through. So click the link down below in the description or download the Mighty Networks app and search up Dr. Dan's Empowerment Hub and come and join us today. So to wrap everything up here, I want you to remember, you don't have to believe everything that your brain tells you. Your body isn't the problem, the mirror isn't the truth, and your worth was never meant to shrink. So let's stop chasing perfection and start building peace. All right, that is it, and that is all, you beautiful people. I know you love this video, and of course, since you did, don't forget to like and share this video with anybody else that you think is going to benefit from it. As well, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss out when I put out another video. As well, check me out on all my other channels at the official Dr. Dan, and check out my description down below that has all the links, products, things that I recommend to help you along your weight management journey. Go down below, check it out today, and start getting towards that healthier life that you want to live. And finally, as I always say, remember, be kind to yourself, and that the small tweaks are what lead to those massive peaks.